All right, y'all, what's going on? Goofy Rexy here. Hope everybody is doing well. And forgive me, this is probably not going to be like a super buttoned up video where I'm going to go through like a bunch of different points and notes and all that stuff. But just kind of wanted to, turn the camera on and shoot this raw. And, honestly, it's just basically where this game is right now. This is completely a whales only game. And I want to point out something that I mentioned yesterday in the Envoy chat. Now, I can't like directly show it to you because there's sort of rules against some of that stuff, but I'll read it to you here. And this is what I said. Some of this was voice to text, so forgive me if the grammar's a little bit off here, but it says, here's the issue. More players keep quitting to maintain their revenue. I'm talking about Marvel Strike Force, Scopely, Balance Entertainment. They keep increasing prices because they know top spenders will spend anyways, which then leads to lower spenders who stop spending altogether because they can't keep up with those prices. They lose interest. They either play less or they then quit themselves. There's no place in this game for a dolphin spender, and I should have added their light spender, free-to-play player to try to keep up anymore. This game model is taxing on the entire player base, and players across the board are losing more and more interest. Seriously, designing an event where mostly only people who spend, and I'm talking about the King Hunt event, who spend on the character can do the event is a crappy gaming model, which actually reduces the desire for players to game. Think of that. Excuse me if my grammar's off, I mentioned, because I was also doing some voice to text here. And this was really just highlighted for me with the introduction of the character offer here for King the Conqueror. That is what, $50-$60 for 100 shards. So you're paying more to get basically about the same that you would have gotten for an initial offer, all because they souped up and changes kit, right, to make him a better character. If you've seen the blog post from last week Friday, you know what I'm talking about here. And of course, the event to be able to get this character is already trash, and players won't be able to do some part of the event unless you have King the Conqueror. There's really no information as to whether or not a free-to-play is going to be able to compete in sort of those higher difficulties that are there. But ultimately, this game has just become such a whale game right now, and there's no way for anybody. If you are, back in the day, I remember this, like you used to be able to spend $25, right, for let's say a 2-star unlock character. It was $25. You'll be able to get the character unlocked. Or let's say that you, even for a $50 character, right, that was 100 shard unlock, that you would be able to spend $50 for the character, get 100 shard unlock here, and then you knew whatever event it was, whether it was, for the most part, unless it was Blitz, but whatever the event was, you knew that you would, as a player who just spent money, $50 to get a character unlock, you knew that you were going to at least be able to get a 5-star character based on the event. You also, if you were at least a mid-game, end-game player, if you were someone that spent $25 on that 2-star unlock, you know that you'll be able to grind enough to then be able to get yourself to 4 stars. The way that this game is going right now is that it's completely eliminating anyone that is a light spender, or eliminating anyone that is a dolphin spender, baby dolphin spender, someone that spends $100 a month or $50 to $100 a month, or maybe 100, 150. I think like whale is more like when you start getting to like 150 plus territory. That's kind of what I consider a whale. That's where this game is marketed to right now. It's really ultimately marketed to the Krakens, right? Because they know that they're going to spend money on character offers regardless, like whatever the case is, whatever the situation, that they're going to spend money on it, or they will just flat out quit. But then there'll always be new Krakens to replace the old Krakens, right? And that's ultimately where this game is right now. And I think it is a terrible gaming model, and it's really kind of lowering the desire for players to want to play the game now, right? Because if you're a dolphin spender before, you used to be able to spend $25, $50 on one character, maybe you spend $75 a month and on a couple characters, and then you were, you at least were able to compete. It's not even really the case anymore. And I can't really seem to understand why they're going with this model. Now, some of it obviously is revenue. I think that they've lost a lot of revenue, right? Because we've seen from the previous events where you're looking at the Scourge events, the participation numbers are going down. So to me, I look at that and I say, well, if your participation numbers are going down, then that means that the players who are most likely spending are also going down as well. And I've gotten messages from people who I know who are Krakens, who are whales, who do spend thousands of dollars a month on this game, are no longer playing Marvel Strike Force because they even feel like their dollar value is not worth it. And I made a video about this a long time ago where I talked about, all right, well, if you spend like your money is devalued in Marvel Strike Force now, right? Because you used to be able to spend, for instance, let's put it this way. You're going to spend $60 right now for King the Conqueror. Are you going to be able to get a 5-star character? And I know that there was somebody that argued with me before that were just like, well, even the 4-star character, like even if you just get a 4-star character now, it's not devalued. I'm like, well, before you used to spend $50 and you know you were getting a 5-star character based on the event. Now it's $50 and you may get a 4-star. You get a 4-star character, but you're probably not even going to get close enough to a 5-star character. To me, that's not good enough. Like, you're devaluing the money. You may say, well, 4-star characters are better at in-game content. Now, I do understand what you're saying, but optimally, 5 stars is what you ideally want, and that's kind of always been the case when it comes to end-game content, and that's what you pay for when you decide to spend money. They're going in like it's basically what I'm saying is that it's kind of difficult across the board, whether you're a heavy spender or not a heavy spender. But of course, the players who are really feeling it the most now are the free-to-play players, the light spenders, and the dolphin spenders. So if that's what you want, if you just want whales and krakens to play your game, then you're heading in the right direction. That's the direction that you're headed. You're heading in a phenomenal direction where that is concerned, because as of right now, that's essentially the only players that are able to really compete. And if you're going free to play, or if you're a light spender and you're not, like, I'm not spending $60 on this offer. I'll get whatever shards I get for King the Conqueror and I'll move on. This is way too steep in my personal opinion. It's not even like erroneously bad. It's not like really bad. It's just the principle behind it, right? Like, I don't want to get crazy. Like, you spend $50 and you'll probably get 100 shards, maybe you get 106 shards. Anyways, that might have been the case. So the $60 and you're guaranteeing 100 shards, like, it's not that far off, but it is an extra $10 to only get 100 shards, to where at least with the $50 offer, you got orbs and you could probably get over 100 because you could get lucky with some of those orb drops, right? Like, that changed. They've definitely devalued a little bit here of the money that you're spending on Marvel Strike Force. So I just kind of wanted to bring that to light and just say this, that we're not happy. Like, as a player base overall, we are not happy with the direction that this game is going in. You are not, what I was saying to somebody yesterday was, wouldn't it be nice if they created a better gaming model that would then entice players to spend money, as opposed to forcing you to spend money to be able to complete an event if you want to do it at a certain specific level? Wouldn't it be better if they created a game model where you felt good about spending because you're enjoying your experience, as opposed to frustrating you so that you can then spend money? And that's mobile games in general. So I guess we should not have expected anything different from Marvel Strike Force, especially when Scopely came around. But let's be honest, Fox Nest was kind of similar in a lot of ways, or they were going in this direction anyways, prior to this. But what are your guys' thoughts? Like I said, this wasn't a super button-up video. I'm going off the top here. Like, I just don't really feel like structuring this out, because I feel like I just kind of want my thoughts to just go raw, and you guys kind of go from there. I want to know what your thoughts are, because I feel like this could be an enjoyable game, but I've lost hope that it's going to be that anymore. You know what I mean? I've lost hope that they're ever going to be able to make the appropriate changes that are necessary in order for players to be able to enjoy their experience. Instead, they continue to create these frustration mechanics where, I don't know, we could go, I don't want to go on and on and on. But listen, guys, I appreciate you sticking around, if you stuck around this long to watch this video here. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are below. I'm frustrated. I'm very frustrated right now with where this game is. I keep on trying to, you guys know me already. I try to be positive on this channel. I'm probably one of the few content creators that tries to keep the positivity going, although you'll have these random comments that will be like, you're so negative. And I'm like, bro, like, seriously, like, out of all content creators, me? But yeah, listen, I'm gonna stop it here because I'm gonna go off on a massive tangent, but I appreciate you watching the video. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are. Like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Check out the notification. Hit the notification bell so that you know when the videos go live. Check out social media links that are down below, guys. Support the Patreon if you can. It's for $1 a month there. I would appreciate it. But love you guys very much. Hopefully, like I said, let's keep encouraging each other, but at the same time, let's continue to call out their bull crap, right? All right, guys, listen. Until next time, bye.